The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
There was a fellow, he was a Rabbi, a first grade Rabbi, somewhere in the tri-state area. He was a very beloved first grade Rabbi. We'll call him Rabbi Pfeiffer. And Rabbi Pfeiffer, his Talmidim loved him and he loved them. One day, Rabbi Pfeiffer was walking the hallway and he saw a kid in the hallway. As he came closer, there were many parallel classes in the school, but he saw a kid, we'll call him David. He saw David outside in the hallway. He says, "David, what's wrong?" And David looks at him. This is Rebbe from last year. He says, "Rebbe, my Rebbe kicked me out of class." He says, "Your Rebbe kicked you out of class? You're such a wonderful boy." The kid shrugs. He says, "Why did he send you out of class?" So he gives the answer all students give, for no reason. Well, this Rabbi Pfeiffer understood that a Rebbe has a task in class, and if someone is disturbing the class, there's no option to send the boy out. But this Rabbi Pfeiffer also understood that a Rebbe has a different job in the hallway, and that is to show love, care, and concern for every child. And he had a special pocket in his suit where he had candy. And this was for this situation when he would see kids in the hallway. He took out a candy and he gave it to David. He said, "David, you're a good kid. You made a bad decision." And the kid took the candy. He was very happy. 2 weeks later, Rabbi Pfeiffer's walking the hallway again, and once again he sees David in the hallway. And the same story happens. Kicked out, doesn't know why. He gave the kid a candy. Not every Rebbe was happy with this because they said the kids are happy to get kicked out. And Rabbi Pfeiffer would say, "Look, you have your job in the classroom. Sometimes a Rebbe has to send out a child from the class. I understand, it makes perfect sense. But in the hallway, a Rebbe has a different task." Ultimately, Rabbi Pfeiffer found out that this child was having some unfortunate events going on in his family life and at home, and his behavior started to spiral downward. And this got worse in third grade, even worse in fourth grade. And Rabbi Pfeiffer kept on seeing him in the hallway, and he kept on giving him the candy, and he kept on telling him, "David, you're a good boy. You made a bad choice. You made a bad decision." And this happened week after week. And towards the end of fifth grade, the yeshiva could not keep him there anymore. He was destroying the class. And after consulting with the Rabbanim, they said, "We have no choice. You have to send that child to public school." They couldn't find another yeshiva to accept him. But they made one condition. They cannot send him to public school until they find someone that he can learn with at least an hour a day. And they were speaking to this child. They said, "Is there anyone you'd like to learn with?" And he said, "Yes, I'd like to learn with Rabbi Pfeiffer." They asked Rabbi Pfeiffer. He said, "Sure, of course I'll learn with him." And from sixth grade and on, this boy, David, unfortunately had to go to public school. But a few times a week, he would learn with Rabbi Pfeiffer for an hour a day. Sixth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade. He went to high school, ninth grade, 10th grade. Towards the end of 10th grade, he tells Rabbi Pfeiffer, "I'd like to go to yeshiva. I want to try it again. I want to go to yeshiva." And they helped. They found the yeshiva for him, and he went to the yeshiva. He was there for 11th grade and 12th grade. He went to Eretz Yisrael. He came back. He learned in yeshiva here. He got married. And now he's married with 3 children, living a Torah life. And Rabbi Pfeiffer would often say, he said, "Look at this child. Anything could have happened to him. But I showed him that love in the hallway." In fact, Rabbi Pfeiffer was following the example of Avraham Avinu, that every person deserves to be loved. Every person deserves to be brought tachas kanfei Shechina. And that is a lesson we all would do well to learn from Avraham Avinu. Have a wonderful.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org